to Aroma's Trinket Corner. This is a very exciting video that I'm recording for you guys today because I'm unboxing my first ever Blythe doll. Now, if you don't know anything about Blythe dolls, they are a brand of dolls that are manufactured in Japan right now, but they're originally American from the 70s. They were discontinued because they are a little bit creepy, so they didn't go down well with kids. Now, you can find a lot more information about them from Google or from watching other people's videos. There's a lot of really good informative videos about Blythe dolls. If you're thinking about buying one, I really would recommend researching them because there's a lot of fake Blythe dolls. Now, if that's what you're looking for, great, you can get one pretty cheap and you can customize them to your heart's content. But the actual real legit Blythe dolls like I have in front of me are a lot more expensive and they're a lot more limited in how they look, I suppose. And if you're looking for a legit one, you're probably going to go for websites like Good Smile Company. I got another one that I don't have in front of me right now that I will unbox at another time from Mandarake. It's a Japanese website where they sell used items. You can also get them from eBay, although I'd be a bit more careful because you're not going to be guaranteed that it's a legit product unless you're buying from a, trusted seller. But yeah, it's definitely something worth looking into if you're interested. It definitely took me a little while to figure out the ins and outs of Blythe dolls, because there's not only Neo Blythes like I have in front of me, which is the full-size Blythe doll. There are midi Blythes and I believe petite Blythes. I accidentally almost bought a midi Blythe thinking it was the standard issue Blythe. And it was quite expensive, but thankfully I watched some YouTube videos before I did that and I was like, okay, never mind, this is not what I'm looking for. Now, this one is relatively new. This is Arledge Timekeeper. She's a Alice in Wonderland inspired doll, and I believe she was released in May of this year, so as I said, relatively new. And I was able to get her from the Good Smile Company website, so she wasn't too expensive. That being said, still costs a lot more than your average, doll. These are not for kids. These are collector's items for adults. Now, you can give it to a child, but it's not going to maintain its value if you do. So I'm going to read a brief description of Arledge Timekeeper just from the Good Smile Company website. I believe it's written on the back of the box, but it's all in Japanese, so I'm not going to be able to translate that directly. So I'm just going to read what's written on the website. So on the Good Smile Company website, it says, "The clock is ticking, and if you want to enjoy this moment just a little longer, this may be the doll for you. At times like these, our timekeeper Arledge magically gives us time. It's the time we need to keep happy memories in our hearts." So that's a really lovely description. She sounds like a lovely little doll. As I said, she's based on Alice in Wonderland. She's the rabbit, and we can see that through the motifs of clocks all over her dress, her headband, and she also has a bag which you can't really see. There you go, it's in there. I am going to unbox it. You can see her jacket, her striped socks, and she's got little boots as well that you can't really see. Unfortunately, the reflection of the light is not great, but I can't do this with the lights off because it's quite a dark day, it's cloudy. So I'm not going to be given the natural light that I need to show her off properly. And now I'm going to attempt to unbox her. I'm very scared. I know that these dolls are worth a lot of money after a few years when they're still in their box. And I did, argue with myself a little bit on whether or not I should take her out of the box, but I really do want to enjoy my dolls outside of the box. And I can always put them back in and resell them if I need to in the future, but I'm really hoping that I don't have to resell them ever. I want these to be dolls that I can hold on to and pass down to, if I have kids or if my siblings have kids. I want them to be lifelong dolls and not something that I get rid of. That being said, I am going to be trying to be as careful as possible in case I ever have to rebox her. So there's that. And it is a beautiful box. I don't want to destroy it. The Blythe dolls do come in gorgeous boxes. That is one thing. Just a little last flip around. As you can see, it is gorgeous, gorgeous clock detailing. And even the colours are beautiful. We've got a minty kind of bluish green, pinks, beiges, yellows. Now, I don't know if I'll include the previous clip of me yanking her out of her box. If I do, I'm sorry. I know it's a bit of a painful thing to watch, but I was struggling. My setup is not great. I'm sitting on the floor trying to record this. So, there she is. Look how beautiful she is. Oh my gosh, her hair. Her hair is a beautiful colour. I love the silver. I really do love the silver. Now, my dream is to have a Blythe doll of like all the colours, you know, the hairs. But we'll see. That's a pretty expensive dream to have. So her stand is actually on the bottom of the box, as you can probably see a bit closer now. Oh my gosh. There you go. This is what she looks like inside the box. Now on the back, there is a lot of cables and tape that needs to be cut. So I'm a bit anxious about this, but I will give it a go and then we'll see how she looks after. I had a terrible time trying to open everything from the back. I just went in with scissors and cut everything open. I think I did a pretty good job leaving the box somewhat intact and leaving all the bags as like you can reuse them, you know. Now I just need to get Arledge out. You can see all her clothes and her stand are over here for the moment. I'm sure there are seasoned doll collectors who know how to do this, you know, like that, you know, extremely quickly, and they were probably cringing as they watched me doing it, but I'm very sorry. It's my first time doing this sort of thing. All that matters is she's here. It's Arledge. Oh my god, I'm scared to pull her out. I really am. I'm just gonna make sure she's cut properly from the back and then I'll pull her out. Well, I spoke too soon. I ripped the box on the back, trying to get her head off, but it is what it is. I'm secretly dying inside, but you know, all that matters is that she's here. I'm crying internally. I'm wondering, will her eyes change as I pull her out? Oh, whoa, you didn't see that. I did that off camera. I'm so stupid, but her eyes turned blue. They were purple, but they turned blue. I'm just gonna get these bits off of her and then we'll return. I'm back and I've removed the plastic from her head. Her hair needs a little bit of a brush. I'm actually interested to see what the lengths of her hair is like, because I've watched a few unboxings and Blythe doll hair doesn't seem to be the best. I've seen people say that there's some kind of greasiness to it of sorts, but I just want to have a look at her eyes first. Oh my god, I feel like I'm scared I'm gonna break her, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What a beautiful, it's a beautiful emerald green. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my gosh, it's like a salmony pink, like an orangish salmony pink, if I can speak properly. And then my favorite are the purple, for sure. I really love the purple. Now she's got a lot of plastic on her body here and on her legs, which I'm going to take off in a moment. But first we'll have a look at the hair. Will this just slide off? And it will. Same for this one. Oof. Her hair seems to be fine. Now, I'm sure they have to put some kind of spray on it to preserve it or something. I don't know. I don't really know how dolls work, but it feels fine. It looks fine. I've seen videos where people's dolls their hair looks almost matted, but I think my Arledge, she came out okay. There's maybe a few spots, but I think a brushing will sort it out. And honestly, if anyone has any tips on how to wash their hair, because I know people wash the hairs of the dolls to make them look a bit more, I don't know, realistic, I suppose, but I don't know if I want to even touch her hair. If it looks perfect to me. It's a gorgeous shade of silvery grey. It's beautiful. I feel like the camera isn't really doing it justice, and anyone who has the doll will probably agree with me. Gorgeous hair. And lovely length to it. Now, my doll seems to have a little bit of a curl here. I think that's because of how she was boxed, but she's just beautiful. And here's the back of her for anyone who's interested to see. This is the pull for changing her eye colour. Oh my gosh, she's got a lot of plastic under here still. I'm genuinely scared I'm gonna break her. She seems so delicate. Now, do I just tug on this, or I might have to cut it off? I'm genuinely so scared. No, I'll have to cut it off. I'm gonna come back in a second with it cut. She didn't need to cut it off. I just had to pull it apart with both of my hands, and it came off fine. It didn't need to be cut. Now, I believe I have to remove her outfit in order to get the plastic off her from underneath on her body, and oh my gosh, I'm genuinely so scared, guys. So this is, oh my gosh, my setup is not good enough for this. Okay, so this is what she looks like underneath. Oh my god, her modesty. Unfortunately, I have to take this stuff off, but it's just a doll. This stuff might need to be cut off, would it? No, it seems like it's kind of similar to the one that was on the head. It just needs to be pulled off. It's just to protect the doll, I suppose, when it's in the box. I know staining can be an issue. And now I ordered a doll, and it's a 2018 doll. And I'm quite worried that she might have some staining, but I'll unbox her next. Or maybe I'll wait a week or so to unbox her, because this is kind of stressful for me to do. I might do this off camera as well. So she's back with all her plastic removed. Her hair is a bit of a mess. I'll brush it in a moment. I had a sniff of her hair, and there's definitely something sprayed on it. As I assumed it would be to preserve it somehow, as it's artificial hair. It's not like human hair. It probably would get very ratty and, you know, knotted if it didn't have some kind of spray on it. So I'm just gonna pop her clothes back on her now. So I've just put her dress back on, and also put her tights on. I'm sorry if I said they were socks earlier, but they're her tights. They were a bit difficult to put on, I'm not gonna lie. It was like putting on real tights, but the quality of the clothes are very good. Now, I'll be interested to see, because I did actually order a haul of AliExpress Blythe doll clothes, so I'll be interested to see what the differences are, if any. I would be surprised though if they are as good quality as this. I was originally going to order clothes from the Junie Moon store. Now, I forgot to mention the Junie Moon store earlier. That is the official retailer of Blythe dolls in Japan. You can buy Blythe dolls from their website. Completely forgot about them earlier. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's a fan watching this thinking, or was waiting for me to mention them. Well, here we go. But yeah, they have clothes on their website, and they're quite expensive, honestly. And I know you're probably thinking, why pay all the money for the doll if you're just going to put her in cheap AliExpress clothes? Well, sometimes we just have to prioritize, and my priorities were not the clothes. Okay, I'm sorry about this angle. I'm going to try and put her other clothes on now. She comes with a beautiful little jacket. It's gorgeous. The details are crazy on this one. Like, she has a little pocket watch on it. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. And it has a little key too. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Just like, considering this is for a doll, it's so tiny, and the details. Oh, there's a little ribbon on the sleeves, and the lacing detail is just gorgeous. And here she is with the jacket on her. Now, I'm not sure if her collar is supposed to poke out like this. I actually can't remember what she looks like in the pictures, but I think it looks lovely. It's gorgeous. Now, I'm going to try and get her boots on. I wonder will I be able to just slip them on camera. If I suddenly cut, then you'll know that I was unable to. Oh, it has right on this one. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to get it to focus. There's an oar on it. And this one, I'm assuming has an L. Yeah, so this is her right foot. Well, this is her right foot. Yeah, they just slide on. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, look at her little booties. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed, guys. She's definitely got a Victorian kind of steampunk look to her. Let's see if I can get the bunny ears on, if I can just slot them on top of her head. I might need 2 hands for this, or not. Oh, don't want to break it. Nope, I think I need to use 2 hands. Hold on. So I definitely need both hands for that. I think it's my nails that are an issue, where I'm just finding it hard to pick up little things with it. I'm so pleased with how she looks. I will do a full standing view of her at the end. But oh my gosh, my first ever Blythe doll. I'm genuinely so happy that it's Arledge too, because I think she's gorgeous. There were a few other dolls available on the website when I ordered, but she's the one that stood out to me, you know? So I had to get her. Ooh. Just some stray hairs on her face. I don't want to pull them out, so I'll just move them aside. But she's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, beautiful doll. And now, Blythe dolls do have a bit of a creepy look to them, but I think that's what makes them really appealing. I know some people modify their Blythe dolls to make them look a bit more different, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there's some Blythe dolls that I've seen, the modified ones, where they don't really look like Blythe dolls anymore. And I think that kind of takes away the uniqueness from them. Do whatever you want. If it's your doll, if that's how you show your creativity, you go for it. But just, I think I prefer them when they look a bit more natural like this, with the creepy eyes and their you know, standard lips. I've seen ones where people kind of look like they've given them lip injections, and I don't know how I feel about that. And the kind of, they give them different noses, like almost as if they've gone to a plastic surgeon. So I don't know how I feel about that, but you do what you want with your doll. I'm gonna probably not modify mine at all, especially because they're the legit, you know, Blythe doll. I think if I ever wanted to make changes to a Blythe doll, I would buy a fake one, just because then I could mess around without being too worried that it was gonna damage it. I've just added her bag, which just latches onto her hand very nicely. It's a clock, obviously matching with the theme of the doll. Here's just for a closer look at Arledge's face. I'm sorry about the stray hairs right now. I will sort her hair out after this. Just a close-up look at her. Her lovely boots. And there's the stand that she comes with. It's black. Her headband, some gorgeous details on the flowers there. What a beautiful doll. I'll put some of the details about her face on the screen, hopefully. And I just want to say thank you for watching. I'm sorry for this chaotic unboxing video. I tried my best. More on the way. I'm hoping that they'll be a bit better, a bit organized than this one. We'll see. Thanks again for watching.